Whiskey 4, Alpha November, Aaron in Tennessee, over.
Roger, Alpha, what is the last thing on your call sign?
Alpha, what is the last thing on your call sign?
November, over.
Yes, it's starting to be sloppy handwriting time at 20 minutes till 5. Anyway, the name is what, please?
5. The name is what, please?
Name is Aaron, Alpha, Romeo, Oscar, November, over.
Roger, Aaron, and whereabouts are you located, sir?
Roger, Aaron, and whereabouts are you located, sir?
Clarksville, Tennessee, over.
Roger, Tennessee, and what radio are you running?
Roger, Tennessee, and what radio are you running?
Yeah, I'm working on FLEX-6400. We were running this thing remote yesterday. Somebody said they heard a loud hum in it, and I wanted to make sure that it was the remote, not the radio itself, over.
Audio sounds clean to me, sir. No hum, for sure, Roger.
Audio sounds clean to me, sir. No hum, for sure, Roger.
Yeah, we were. People were talking to they heard a god-awful hum in it, and I just want to make sure it wasn't a radio. I've had this radio for about 3 years. I've never really used it. I took it down off the shelf, put it in service about 3 days ago, over.
Roger that. I've got you on my local antenna now, but for some reason my spectrum analyzer has decided to shut down. It's the first time that's done that. I'm not sure exactly why, but I'll have to investigate that. Anyway, if you would now, why don't you tell me about the thing you like best about your radio, Roger?
Well, I haven't really figured this one out. Like I said, I've only played with it for a couple of days, and the menu on the right-hand side is kind of confusing, but I'm working through it. I normally use an old Icom IT751A. I love that radio. But like I said, I decided to drag this thing out of mothballs and put it to work. So far I'm liking it if I can ever figure out the menus and everything that it does, over.
Roger. Well, listening to your audio, I think you could probably use a little bit more bottom end, maybe let's do the setup procedure if you would like to do that. Starts with your compressor engaged at a 3. Compressor engaged at a 3, Roger?
Yeah, it doesn't work that way in here. We basically got normal, DX, and DX plus, so I'm down on normal, over.
Yes, sir, that's the one you want to be on. And then move to your ALC with mic gain in hand and adjust the ALC for mid-scale to 2/3, Roger?
Yeah, Roger, stand by. Yeah, how's that sound? Is that any better, or is that a little too much?
Why don't you tell me, what's it look like on your ALC, sir?
Yeah, right now it's basically right at about a 9, over.
Roger, a 9 out of 10?
Roger.
I would make that an 8 out of 10, Roger.
Is that any better? That sounds a little bit lower.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm looking for 3 dB dynamic range. 3 dB dynamic range, which means that your average percent of peak modulation would then be 80 to 85%, Roger?
Contact.
Roger. Like I said, this thing has got so many bells and whistles on it, it'll probably take me a year to figure them all out, over.
Roger. There's a contact station. Stand by just a moment, contact station. On your EQ, you could use a little more bottom end there, sir. Maybe plus 2 clicks on 200 cycles, plus 200 cycles or somewhere in there. What kind of EQ do you have on that radio?
Say again, over.
What type of equalization do you have on that radio? Is it a 3-band or 8-band or what?
Yeah, it's an 8-band, over.
All right. We're looking at 200 cycles plus 2 clicks at 200 cycles, Roger?
Okay, it's got 250. Stand by.
Close enough.
How's that? Is that any better?
Yeah, make that one more click. Make it a total of 3 clicks boost from where you were.
Okay, we're at 3, over.
Yes, sir. That's a lot fuller, Roger. Before it was just all upper mids, Roger.
Roger. So it sounds pretty good now, huh?
Yes, sir. I would give it my duct tape approval.
Yeah, well, you don't have to use duct tape with this thing, that's for sure.
Well, failing duct tape, there's always Gorilla Tape or super glue, whichever you need.
Yeah, with this thing, Band-Aids and baling wire and bubble gum won't work with as sophisticated as this thing is. Like I said, I've had this thing for about 3 years. I've never really used it over.
Yes, sir. Sometimes you just have to kick it hard, get its attention,
Yeah, like I said, I put it up on the shelf. I bought it. Well, I didn't buy it. My kids bought it for me after my wife passed away, and I never really used it. And like I said, here, in the last few days, we took it down and decided to put some electricity to it over.
Roger, Roger. Now, did you just do it all at once, or did you bring it up very slowly with a Variac or something?
No, we plugged it in, and we turned it on, made a couple of contacts with it. Most people said it sounded fine, and really was interested in trying to see how it worked remotely, and once we took it out remotely, that's when we started to have issues with it over.
Yeah, not a problem, sir. It sounds beautiful, so it's in your remote situation. So, Aaron, let me say 73 to you, sir. Thanks for dropping by, and if you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you.